The supplies is on fire, but Heki is okay. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. The good news is Heki is alive. The bad news is Chin's supplies that his men were supposed to be guarding are engulfed in flame. Translation? It can still lead to Heki's death, and that alone is a nightmare. The chapter ends the second day of war with more buildup filled with calming, good feel, and devastating moments. It's pretty stunning that the first 2 days have plenty of drastic notes. There hasn't been a calming day with none but the usual fighting routine. Something extraordinary always happens to direct the next day to be worse than the last. I can easily say the latest update at the end is the worst situation that can happen to anyone. And sadly, Heki is involved. There is other couple of interesting reports from left and right wing. Left wing seems like it's Chin's control for now. Moten is great as usual, even when you don't get to see his action. The description alone gives you an idea. It's one of the rare times that show don't tell isn't so necessary to be impressed. First day as a temporary general, and he's already doing a hell of a job. He didn't go extreme on tactic, rather play soft counter and still win. That's a big taunt to Kisui army if I ever see one. Despite my favorite continues to get loyal treatment, the right wing is the most rewarding few moment, and rightfully so. I have grown to Ohan a lot more after that amazing raw tactic, and he deserved to get high praise. Thankfully, the series didn't downplay and made it rewarding without being promoted to a general. Banaji and Zhao's army in the right received a devastating blow that possibly leave them no room to recover is warranted enough for a promotion. It's too bad that Banaji managed to live for another day. This chapter plays off as a newfound respect to Ohan and Gyokoho unit. Akko army gives them a hero welcome in a sense, and that is saying a lot. It's like how Moten received praise from Mako army, only no commander has to die. I love it how it has that parallel feel with Akko confronting Ohan in nearly exact angle shot from chapter 523. You can see my thumbnail review for that one and you can see what I mean. Instead of Akko toppling over Ohan with direct order from him, they're on an equal level now. The conversation alone is enough to notice the drastic change of tone between them. It's rewarding that Ohan will be able to join him in headquarters for strategy meeting once he recovers from his wound. Now they don't have to feel like pawns. Now he just needs to kill a commander and he's set to get that general title. After those two receiving their achievements, shifting to Hishin unit is pretty laughable. In fact, the visual is pretty good throughout the chapter. There's no real action, it's more calming and good feels. When it comes to Shin and others, it's pretty comical with his light-hearted tone. Starting with Bihei and that goofy look is already telling. It's like coming from Moten and Ohan. Yay, Moten is awesome. He does the great things again. Yay, Ohan, he's amazing. He just did that awesome tactic. Shin, yeah, he sucks. It's pretty enjoyable because it feels like horror. It's having fun by somewhat mocking the fans, impatient with Shin getting his spotlight. Can't blame them. I'm waiting for myself as well. He has the damn glaive. Much like the other series, mocking the fans with a quick loss. I won't spoil it here. This is about what's taking so damn long for Shin to get anything. They feel like they're background characters with no developments or anything greatness. It leads with fun interactions within. Bihei was being hypocrite about wanting to get into action, while in reality, he begs to God to never, ever fight again for about 20 times, or was it 23 times? Garo got in and practically buried them by calling them turtles. Sugen got in next, and you know things are about to go south real fast. My favorite part is with Shosa, who is always looking calm and chill no matter what happens. Hell, I don't recall he ever had a different reaction than calming smile. I laughed so much at the sequence because of how it keeps passing along to another member, in which eventually ends with Shin. Dene and Shosa got into an argument, though only from Dene, and Shin interrupts by punching the hell out of him. But not to Shosa, just Dene. Shosa, however, has that IDGAF face going. Great guy. It's hilarious that Shin is acting like a real man, telling them to stay patient, and their time will come. Only for him to kick the shit out of that table. There goes his sportsmanship. All in all, the interaction within Heki unit is always amusing to watch. The argument is mainly done on purpose to wise up and relax for a moment. It's a simple yet effective lesson for the newcomers. Remember, we have new people in the team and have to learn something new, and it is hard on them that they gotta go into the big giant war as their first day. I hope no veteran gets axed. Oh, and it's funny when Ten say dinner is ready, Kyokai teleports and ready to get that serving. The worst part of the chapter, in a good way if that makes any sense, is the ending. Shin and others build up the thoughts of no supplies can be a disaster for them to deal with, hence why they are fed with small serving. Imagine Kyokai reaction to the thought of no food. That will be scary. The series have built up significantly that supplies are crucial to the war. It's only a matter of who will lose it first. It finally answered that question. And damn it, it happened to the greatest man on earth. The fearsome atmosphere of great disaster grows drastically when Heki hears an emergency report. Heki, feeling heavily pressured, leaves an impression on how it can be a certain game over moment for him. The more it builds up, the more it becomes certain that the nightmare is real. The burning sight of supplies gone in flame is gut-wrenching. The look on Heki's face leaves me in tears and heartbroken. Why him? He doesn't deserve this. Son Shiriju is a smart bastard that found a hidden tunnel that led him to the supply area without notice. You can't really fault Heki for not expecting this. It's meant to be a surprise ambush, and burning the supplies is easier than taking on an army. In other words, it really sucks to be Heki. The chapter is a defining calm before storm. Day 2 has ended without a major casualty on any front, but left a hard-hitting strike that would eventually lead to one's defeat. Molten and Ohan continue to impress, while Shin continues to suffer from missing his opportunity to shine. As enticing it is with his build-up, it leaves a really bad feeling for the next day, with the most unfortunate event for Heki. He will head to Doomsday. I think you know who has it worse. I'm just glad horror is taking a break to have us to moan the sadness that Heki has to suffer from this chapter. So he give us a week break to give us a lot of time to recover from this devastating moment. Why it has to be Heki? Why not happen to Shin? Just to make it more ironic. But no, it gotta happen to the greatest man on earth. What are your thoughts of this chapter? I can't think of anything else but moan the sadness for Heki. He does not deserve this. That face of game over look is just a nightmare sight to see. I don't want it to talk about it anymore. Give me a week. I'll think of something. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.